Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited. I am going to bring you the finale for my Panthos Eyeshadows Project Pan. This Project Pan was created by Alexi, and even though she's not maybe updating that much anymore, everything about her channel will be linked down below for you. But anyways, this is a Project Pan where I randomize 5 shades from my collection and I work on them to hit pan or to use them at least 25 times. I've been doing this project since February and this is the finale. I plan to use December to just play around and have a lot of fun with my eyeshadow collection and not maybe forcing myself to use specific shades. I want to do what I want for this last month of the year. Before we jump into my update, if you're new here, hello, my name is Helena, and on this channel I love to use the makeup that I already own, so project panning content is something that I upload quite a bit. I also really love to test new makeup. I have a soft spot for eyeshadow, so I do have quite a lot of eyeshadows in my collection, which is why this project is very good for me as well. But if you want to see me testing out new eyeshadow palettes from maybe brands that you haven't heard that much about before, then you should definitely subscribe. And if you're watching this, please say hi in the comments. I would love to hear from all of you who have found me. But yes, let's jump into this update. If my voice sounds weird, that is because I had the flu last week and it's still kicking around, affecting my voice, and yeah, it's good times. Anyways, this is the color story that I have been working on. So I will start from the top, which is the oldest eyeshadow. Last time I did enroll 4 new shades, so all of the 4 down here are from last update. But this one has been in, I think 2 updates. So we will begin with that shade. Yeah, so this light purple one, as you see up there, comes from my September Rose Slush palette. I was super happy to enroll this palette because I've not played around that much with it this year. I wanted to get some more use out of it, and the shade, did I say it was called Raspberry? Is a good light purple shade that I've been utilizing a lot. I've been using it in the crease, but I also blended it with a white shade to use it in the inner corner, which has been really fun to do. So as of now I have used this shade 15 times, and this is what we are looking like. So I hope you can see that tiny shiny pan going on. The dip is quite substantial, but the pan is just up in the corner there, but you can see that the dip is quite big. This shade has been very powdery, and as I say, when I've used it in my crease, I've used like a bigger, fluffier brush, so it has been kicking up quite some product when I've used that brush, and that's maybe also why the dip is that big. So yeah, I'm super happy to have hit pan on this shade after 15 uses. I'm not the best at hitting pan on matte shades, so happy to have another matte shade with pan in my collection. But the first shade is then a gold matte. I wasn't going to say rolling out because we are not rolling anything new in, but I'm happy to have been able to meet my goal on that one. The next shade is this dark green shade, as you can see there, and that shade I enrolled, as I said last time. It comes from my lovely Unearthly Cosmetics Poison Apple palette. I love the artwork on this palette. I have, like all of the Unearthly Cosmetics eyeshadows I have accumulated during the last year. I think my first order from them ever was their last holiday releases, but they had a discount after the New Year's, so I have all of the Alien Cosmetics that I have in my collection, or Unearthly Cosmetics. I've gotten this last year, and it has become my favorite indie brand, or brand in general, because I think that the color stores are so nice.
It's nice.
I've been, oh, the new palette that they released, what is it called? I will add a picture of it here, but it's like the body to the In the Dark palette. Oh, it's so beautiful. I want it so badly. But I have made an order that has yet to arrive to me. I made an order for their, for example, their Halloween release, and that was like pre-order, and they have been swamped with orders, so I have still some palettes that are coming to me that hasn't yet arrived, so I can't really justify making a new order before I get that. Or can I? Can I? You should encourage me or disencourage me. Do it in the comments. I'm not sure. Anyways, this shade is called Rotten. It's like this dark, murky green. I have used this shade 7 times, and this is what we are looking like. So, you can you even see that I have used it? Like barely. This has basically no kick up at all, and it's a dark matte shade. So I wasn't expecting hitting pan or anything in 7 uses, and I don't think that after 25 uses I would even be close to pan. But I've been happy to play around more with this palette. I have been reaching into the shades. Apart from this red shade, I think that I have touched every other shade throughout this month that this has been in the rotation. So I mean, that's good to use this palette a bit more. But yeah, no pan, 7 uses, it's decent. I have it on today on the outer corner together with the next shade that I'm going to talk about, which is this brown shade. It's like a warm brown, nothing super exciting or special about that shade, and that shade comes from my Meesha Lou Cosmetics the Fawn palette. This has also a very stunning artwork. I ordered from them, I think, last year or 2 years ago. They have stunning looking palettes, but I don't know what's happening because they haven't released anything new. They have 3 palettes. I have the 3 because I did order them as a bundle. Don't know what's going on. I would love to see more because they have really good eyeshadow quality. But we shall see. I actually found out about this brand when Angelica Nyqvist had her she had her palette declutter for I think 2 years ago, where she talked about this brand, and I got intrigued because I thought that they looked very nice. So this shade is called, what are you called? Chestnut. And as I said, a normal brown shade. I have used Chestnut 10 times. And this is what the palette is looking like, and Chestnut is this shade there. So you can see there is a small dip. So you can see that it has been used, but no pan after 10 uses. This palette doesn't have that much kick up either. It's a very, I don't know, I really enjoy the quality of these shades. I've been using this shade to set my lid, and you can barely see. I think the imprint hasn't even worn off from it, so that is, I don't know, good. I don't really care if it has much kick up, but I mean, you save a lot of product if it doesn't have that. So yeah, Chestnut I've been using 10 times. It is what I'm pairing together with the Rotten shade on the outer part of my eyes. today. Hasn't been an issue reaching for this shade. I mean, it's a brown. We can do whatever we want with browns. So yeah, that was the update for this palette. And then we have something, if you even can see, like a light shimmer shade. I'm so pale, so maybe it's difficult to see. This shade comes from my Focallure Perth palette. This is what that one is looking like, and it's the shade Wa. Don't know, I've never been to Perth, don't know what Wa is. If you're from Perth, or if you know, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's a light shimmer, very easy to use in the inner corner, under the brow bone, and yeah, it hasn't been that difficult to reach for this shade. I have reached for it 13 times, and we are looking like that. So you can see the dip is huge, and I hope that you will see, yeah, I think you can see that I was able to hit pan. I have used quite a small brush to use this on the inner corner, on the brow bone and so on, and it's kind of crumbly, so that's why the dip is so big. But yeah, 13 uses, and I was actually able to hit pan, which is super exciting because I enrolled this last time. So super happy about that. I actually really enjoyed this palette. I think it's quite fun, even though there are some neutrals. You have these good blue, purple, green shades that you can add to spice up the look. You can use them on the lower lashes and so on. So happy about the progress on that one. Finally, we have this dark blue and black shade. It is like it's not a metallic, it's what is it, a shimmer? And that one comes from my very new palette, the Harbinger palette from Game Beauty. Very excited to enroll that one because I had used this once and then not any more, so rolling this shade in meant that I could play around with all the shades in this palette, which is what I have done with all of these, I should add. I always aim to use the palette's No Pan Left Behind, which I have been able to do, apart from the red shades in the Poison Apple and the Pressed Glitter in the Perth palette. But other than that, I have used all of the shades in all of those palettes, and I have used all of the shades in the Harbinger palette. I love the look of this palette as well. It's very Diablo themed. I think it's stunning. And yeah, this is the I have tested out Game Beauty for the first time now this fall. I bought this palette and I bought the Cyberpunk palette, and I have a video of the Cyberpunk palette. I will link it down below if I remember, so you can see me using that one because that's their newest one. They did release, they are going to have a Persona 5 collection, and I'm intrigued. They are going to release blushes in that collection. Maybe. What do we think? Do you want me to buy the Persona 5 collection? We shall see. Anyways, this shade is called Herald. I don't know if I had used that one before rolling it in. I think I have played around with the other shades. And this is what Herald is looking like now. You can see that there is a good dip in this shade. I have used Herald 11 times, and I have Herald on my eyes today. I have smudged it on the lower lashes and meeting up to make like this wing. And that is how I have used it most of the times. I've been really inspired to have a really smudged out, colorful lower lash line, but to be kind of smoky and dark. And I've used a like flat, smaller brush, which is why I think that I've been able to make such a dent in this shade. But I've been really enjoying it. I've been enjoying it much more than I actually thought I was going to. So yeah, I think if I would keep this project going for another month, I would probably be able to hit pan on Herald, but I mean, this is a brand new palette basically, so I'm not upset that I don't have pan in it. I'm just happy to have been able to play around with all of the shades. I really do enjoy this palette actually. I think, do I enjoy it more than the Cyberpunk? The Cyberpunk had like one dud shade which I felt had no, like, base wasn't that strong, but I think that this palette has a good duochrome, which is this one, which is like a goldy silver pink shade there, which is quite nice. So yeah, happy to have used this a lot more. I didn't meet my goal, but I came quite far for those 11 uses. So, as this is my finale, I am not going to roll any new shades in. I was able to roll or to hit pan on 2 more shades, which is so exciting. And I have some stats, or I have some numbers for you. So I started this project in February. Then I have, throughout this year, I have in total enrolled 29 shades from my collection. And out of those 29 shades, I have hit pan on 14. So that's basically 50%, which is so exciting because before this project pan, I was so not focused on hitting pan. I didn't have pan in basically anything in my collection. I had some UVS Place shadows because I started before 2022, like at the tail end of 2021, I started to have an idea that I wanted to have more pans in my collection. But this project has really been working out well for me. I've been so happy and excited to play around with the shadows. It's been good since, you know, going to work to have my assorted palettes for the month and play around with those rather than to pull out a new palette every day. So for my routines and so on, it has also been going super well. So yeah, I am excited to play around a bit with my collection, but I am of course going to bring this back in 2023. I think I might tweak it a little bit. I have some thoughts, but I will finalize those thoughts when I have my introduction. If you have any ideas or if you have some suggestions or, you know, whatever, please be free to give them to me. I would love to hear your feedback on this project. What do you enjoy? Do you think I should change anything and so on? But yeah, I've been absolutely killing it, this project. I am so happy, so pleased with myself, and can't wait to bring this project back next year. But that is it for this update. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah. Oh my god. I'm so awkward when I'm about to end my videos. Give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to hear from you. I will see you in my next video, and I hope that you will stick around with me to watch this project next year as well. Alright, bye guys!